Kenskins, welcome back to the Podocasts Empire. Thank you. Thank you. I haven't done an AMP video in a little bit, and for what it's worth, I'm not exactly coming back around to it for a couple of very, very specific reasons. But I have to keep mentioning it because it actually goes with my personal ethos. And my personal crypto blockchain ethos is products, apps, not chains, consumers, not investors. And I haven't gotten away from that. Now, it got shellacked a little bit recently, but everything got shellacked. By the way, do you guys like the new digs? We finally got the studio all built out, multicam, all that other good stuff. But I just wanted to share my thoughts with you on this just a little bit and give you my reasoning and rationale for why I still keep coming back to AMP, even though I don't do it in the traditional fashion. And the traditional fashion is come over here, draw lines on a chart, tell you how well everything's going to be, when it's pretty meaningless actually over here in crypto. But I keep coming back to it for a couple of reasons. Now, one is because we're actually integrating the SDK into our app, into an app that we're building, and the app that we're building is Aegis. It's just a data storage app that happens to use blockchain technology, and in this case, it uses Jackal. We want to make sure that this is as available for any method of payment that our consumers might want to use. And if they want to pay us with crypto, we want to make sure that we have that process in place for them to do it. Now, Spend app, or the Flexa itself, that's what they exist for. So we're going to be implementing that as soon as we roll out to main. Right now it's in beta, so yeah, we're not too terribly concerned about it, but we will be coming around to it. Now, there's a fundamental shift that's happening out here in crypto right now. Yield-bearing products that it simply exist only to provide yield are dying out. They are, tons and tons of these things are, more and more of them are capitulating every day. They're just giving it up because they're just filled with a whole bunch of toxic assets that do nothing, and eventually you run out of money. And tons of them are running out of money right now. Bitcoin dominance is just absolutely at an all-time high, and the way that the market was working is not the way that the market is working now. That makes me incredibly bullish on the products I am actually invested in and the ones that I'm working with, because these are actual products. They don't simply exist to provide yield. They exist to provide solutions. Now, the Spend app, for what it's worth, man, was a front runner in this. They were one of the very first to crypto payment processing systems to come out and hit the market. They were one of the very first ones. So they have not gotten away from what they were. They've never changed. They've tried, and I agree, man. Development is slow, but the way it was released at the time, there was a lot more energy going around in crypto and blockchain than we have now. Now it is basically seen as a scam. It's seen as a hustle. It's seen as a giant casino. But these casinos are dying out. These memes are dying out. All right. These yield bearing products are simply dying out because yield by itself is not a utility. So it's making me more bullish, because every time you have a big fundamental shift in the market like this, like we're seeing, then people start to recalibrate and start to figure out where actual value is. And more money gets over to there. So as far as it as an investment perspective, we're still a ways off, particularly in app, just because we have to get over the original, or the stigma that crypto has become. We have to get past that, but we will. And once we start to get past that, then more and more people are going to start to come over here, and you're going to see more products starting to be developed. And these are not yield bearing products. These are just simply products, things that solve a problem. Now, Spend solves the problem of people who want to spend crypto. That's literally it. Now we can get into the minutia on that. Is it a taxable event? It doesn't really matter to me right now, and certainly not for the purposes of this discussion. But it's going to start to spur innovation, and it's going to start to spur competition, and that is excellent for the space. That we're not competing against each other to see how much money we can get out of retail that's over here now, but we're actually going to start spurring innovation, driving innovation to make better products that will entice Web 2 consumers, because that's where we should be looking. That's the money shot. The money shot has always been Web 2. Web 3 is small. All right. The people that are over here are very, very small, and they're very, very jaded as a percentage of the population. They are just burned out because we keep going through these massive highs and massive lows, and the same people who were on top before are on top again. So everybody got smoked. The bulk of people got smoked, and they're gone. They're not coming back. But that opens the door for existing products that do solve a problem, that do provide a solution, to start to shine again. And that's why I continue to come back to this. That's literally why we are implementing the SDK, because it is a solution and it does solve a problem for us. Now, we make no money by having that up on our app. And I don't personally believe that a lot of people are going to start rushing over here to spend crypto yet. But you combine the anonymity that you get through crypto with with the privacy that provides. And there is another term out here, and it's called riches in the niches. So the people who are passionate about things like this are incredibly passionate about that, and they will pay a premium to use it. That's why we're implementing it. But we're not going to be the only ones. All right. People are going to start to pick up on this. Is it going to make the token soar? No. That is going to take millions of transactions. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I'm just saying it ain't going to happen anytime soon. So AMP is going to be just as susceptible to market forces as everything else. It is on a lot of central exchanges. It will get these massive pumps. It will endure these massive dumps. It will do all of these things. But if nothing else, it has been, and I never thought I'd say this about AMP, but it has been more or less steady. It took the dumps with everything else. It is still an alt token, but it actually has the potential to go without people buying the token. They're going to buy it and never know that they bought it. When they use the app, if they decide this is a good path for me, they're going to be buying AMP without knowing that they're buying AMP. And that is the best money that you possibly can get into Flexa, because that isn't people that are buying tokens that can immediately sell the tokens. These are people that are buying the tokens, and that revenue, that organic revenue, never leaves. It comes in and it stays, almost like a business. So for that, I am going to continue to make the videos, whether people like them or not. Don't like them, don't watch them. But I'm going to continue to do it because I feel that a big paradigm shift is going to happen here in crypto. It's already started. I am more bullish now. After this big ass dump, I am more bullish now on products than I have ever been before. Because while I see all of these pure yield bearing platforms just absolutely exploding, I don't see any products exploding. Their tokens are down, but the products are still there. They still function perfectly. That's the kicker for me. Anyway, hope you guys like the new digs. If you have any questions or comments, Scott@ThePodocasts.com. I'll certainly get all of them answered for you. And yeah, man, that's it. So until next time, please stay safe. Please be smart with your money. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next video, guys. Cheers.